Had an amazing weekend planned with some friends, and we're literally on the way to meet up with them. Like, we could see them in sight, and all of a sudden the baby girl in the back of the Jeep says, "I don't feel so good," bleh, all over the place. So we took advantage. I know a lot of people are really looking forward to updates and what's to come and all that kind of stuff. I have a list.
We are loading up, once again, packing to get out of this house. Feels like an insane chore. Hang on, I'm trying to lock. I'm really looking forward to when we have duplicates of everything, so I don't have to feel like I'm moving out of my house to get into the trailer and then moving back out of the trailer to get into the house. The plan, I hope, is that this time when we get back from this trip, instead of like unloading it into the house. Ooh, it's so tight. Okay, you are clear of the gate. Okay, watching the house. Extra water just in case. 76 degrees in here. Okay, question time. What temperature do you keep your house at, or your rig? When we were in Wendy, we used to like it in the 60s. Here, our air conditioner only goes down to 70, and apparently it's totally normal for the Phoenix area because it's dry heat. Or so I'm told. We shall see. All right, Smooch, you ready? You're not ready? Let's go. You don't want to go? Oh, she hates getting in the car. Let's go for an adventure. All right, guys, let's load up. You're gonna make it. You got this, like a pro. For the first time ever, my daughter got car sickness. It happened again as soon as we started driving. Poor sweetheart. So I don't know if it's car sickness or an actual bug. So we're gonna let our friends go ahead of us and go set up a spot tonight, and we are gonna go back home and relax for the rest of the afternoon and try to feel better, and then try again in the morning because Sedona's only an hour and a half away and we can still meet up with them and camp tomorrow.
Had an amazing weekend planned with some friends, and we're literally on the way to meet up with them. Like, we could see them in sight, and all of a sudden the baby girl in the back of the Jeep says, "I don't feel so good," bleh, all over the place. It was a fantastic way to meet up with people.
Kiddos are not feeling awesome still, so John and I are gonna tackle a project. We haven't fully moved into this thing yet. Oh, here comes the awning. Cancel our plans. Today, we're gonna go through our garage, start loading back the things that were in Wendy into Dorothy, since we have all this free time now, huh, babe?
Yeah.
No, we're really close here. So close that when we have it all the way back, we can't take the back porch down. And we left it all hooked up because we thought we would still be able to get out. Turns out we're not gonna really be able to do that. But also when it's all the way back, we can't get the slides out. So what we've done is we pulled it partially forward so we can get the back out. Now we're gonna take the slides out as well. So we can just fully get in here and start organizing. Oh. No really good place on our driveway to set this thing so that we can fully open it all the way up. This is the best solution we have, but now we can't access it on the side, so we have to access it through the back, which is why the porch is down. Oh, honey.
Gotta go. Here, hold this.
Look at her smile, though. She wants to so bad. Oh. Outside and see what John's doing. The 90s music is blaring, so let's go see. Hey.
Hi.
What you doing?
Cleaning out the garage, trying to figure out what we're going to keep and what we're not going to keep. There's a lot. It's amazing what we had in that little trailer.
Yeah, no kidding.
Well, this is also storage, but there was a decent amount in here that was just from Wendy. stuff that's going to go in the rig for certain, mostly the outside stuff.
Okay.
This is stuff for Kristen to go through.
Oh, joy.
Yeah.
Good times.
This is trash. This is the beginning of the Goodwill, and then there's stuff that's definitely going inside.
You're keeping the clubs, huh?
I mean, yeah. I have a house in Arizona. I mean, someday I'll be here. And
someday you'll want to golf again. Okay, I want to do an unveiling. Remember, our house was built in the 70s, and this carpet was up in the attic, and I think it's been up there for quite some time. So let's see what it looks like. Oh, it's not terrible. It's a dragon. It's a dragon. No. It's going really well. It's going really well right now. This is my wedding tiara.
You see these?
What do you do with this stuff? Like, I can't throw it away. I'm off with a Jeep full of Goodwill stuff. Also, it's 92 degrees outside, you guys. Why am I not swimming in my pool? Okay, well, it's looking better today. Got my Jeep in last night. Not too shabby. Got a little pile here to go through today.
So I took the opportunity to clean up half of the garage and think about the rig. And I know a lot of people are really looking forward to updates and what's to come and all that kind of stuff. I have a list. And while I'm not sure how all this is going to happen, these are the things that I immediately want to get taken care of in terms of upgrades for Dorothy. We also thought it would be fun to basically revisit this video in like 6 months or whenever we're out and about to see, you know, what we actually did do compared to what I have on the list here. If anybody has like comments or things like that or suggestions, please leave them below in the comments. Follow me to the back. And the back porch is down, but if you'll notice, there is a camera mount up there. That's one of my first priorities, is the backup camera. It is so just nerve-wracking for me to back this thing. And look, you guys can see, look at how tiny that space is to back this thing up, just, you know, trusting my wife.
Hey now.
Hey. What we're looking at is probably a backup camera system that will hopefully come with some side mounts, because if you see over here, we go all the way back to the front. Dot is outfitted with pre-mounted Furrion camera brackets. So like I said, it's tempting to maybe go with Furrion. We do have a great relationship with HaloView, and we've used their backup cameras in the past. In fact, I have a video that talks about the RD10, which was super fun to use and just really unique because it just clips to your mirror. If you haven't seen that, check it out up here. Second is compartment locks. So we have this kind of lock style cabinet down here, which I really like. They're very heavy duty. But we also have these things. And what stinks about this is they never gave us the keys for them. They don't have them. So this is all, I mean, you know, it's held together by this one.
Which came apart, which did come undone once when we were on
One
the road.
of the generator one opened up when we were driving down the road.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's kind of scary. But also, I'm not a huge fan of these. I'd like something a little bit more beefy, because that's my word. I can't lock up everything. Shh.
Oh no, we're making that like public knowledge now. I guess you better get on that ASAP.
I will.
Beep, beep, beep.
Back up, back up. Remember these things right here? We had these on Windy too. They're just the original factory equipment that comes with the trailer. And I'm definitely going to get the new latchet locks that have key to light for both sides with the keypad. Those things were fantastic. I'm really looking forward to that upgrade. For Ruby, even though this isn't really the trailer, Ruby's going to deserve some upgrades also. I really miss the tonneau cover. It was so nice to have because I could just put stuff in there and not worry about it getting taken, and also just, you know, keep it out of the elements.
Yeah, you had a couple suggestions for the roll-up kind.
Yeah, if you've got a product that you really like, I don't want just the leather one. I want it to be a little more secure, so I could leave stuff in there if I wanted to. So it's going to have some sort of hard cover, or at least like a cover underneath. So if you've got suggestions, let me know in the comments below what I could look for that would be good. Another thing, it's kind of a Ruby and a Dot upgrade, but there's no hitch camera anywhere on the truck. I have a backup camera on the back of the tailgate, which is nice to have, but this is just blind hooking this up. I have to again rely on, you know, Kristen or Aaron or one of the kids to help me. So I'd like to get some sort of camera either mounted, you know, in the bed or up there or on the side, so that I can see the hitch as we're approaching it. And I know there's some aftermarket stuff. Again, if you guys have recommendations, let me know. We were completely and utterly spoiled by MoreRide when they hooked us up with all the stuff that they did on Windy. And one of the things that I liked the most was the step upgrade. And these guys are as brutal as they sound. We do have the MORIDE step above steps in the front. I hope that we can get them for this door as well. It is a little bit wider, I think, than the last one. And if we're able to, I'll definitely be installing those here. And along with that, we'll use the storage box too, because that was a great thing to be able to put in our wheel chocks and leveling blocks and stuff like that. Even though the trailer has an auto leveling function, which is really fun, especially compared to like trying to level out Windy, I think it would be fun to have some sort of level, like a LevelMate Pro or some product like it that tells me how level the trailer is. Because what I fear, like one of my biggest fears, is hitting that button and watching the tires just totally come off the ground. I've seen it in other videos. It scares me. I do not want to tip our trailer over. So if I can have a product that helps me get as level as possible first, especially looking at boondocking spots, that will give me peace of mind. With the purchase of Dot, we did have this MORIDE, I'm not sure what they call it, but it is handy because
Railing?
Patio railing. I'm planning on getting those steps that kind of connect in with this too to go down, just make it easier for when we're out boondocking, or if we're in a spot that has enough room to be able to lower the patio, just make it like it's just another entrance.
Also, privacy for the kids.
It'd be nice to have another way up rather than through their bedroom. There's no 50 amp hookup in any of this mess, and we really want to put one in. So a lot of people have suggested it. It's on our list. Just haven't done it yet.
Yep. What you're looking at there is all the solar stuff, and there is 240 inside the garage that doesn't work. We're going to need to have an electrician come out and mess with it. So I hope it won't be a difficult process, but yeah, absolutely, that's on the list.
A couple of people have suggested, which is a fantastic suggestion, slide awnings for our slides. Now, we just put our slides in, so you just have to visualize it.
Oh, hi, Cinder.
Hello.
We're going to
Hi.
keep you. Don't worry. We're not upgrading.
There's no upgrade.
There's no upgrade.
For the smooch.
You are the highest level of awesome.
Yes.
We totally killed the batteries right off the bat. We're learning about, you know, fifth wheels and toy haulers and the battery kill switch, which we do have. We found it. There is a solar trickle charger, but speaking of solar, that is definitely on the list. I know everybody's interested in it. It will happen. This is the compartment that I hope to put everything in, and I am still learning about what all this is in here. It is quite intimidating, I will confess. You know, there's some trial and error, but there's also a lot of research going on YouTube and just the internet in general. But when the whole time comes for the full setup, yeah, we're definitely gonna have help. I don't plan on doing it myself. Sorry, guys.
Some of our peeps, Ed and Kimberly Hash, had come over to our house and just to say hello and everything, and we showed them, and they're like, oh, they're interstate batteries. There's an interstate battery just down the street in Peoria, and you can take them there and they can recharge them for you and see if they can fix them. And sure enough, we did. We took them straight over there. They were so dead that they said that no trickle charger we had here at home would ever bring them back to life. They had to sit on their like supercharger for 48 hours to bring them back, and they are in fact damaged, but hopefully they will last long enough for us to get our new set of batteries, which we hope are going to be lithium.
Yes.
If you have interstate batteries, they have a 1-year warranty on them, and if you buy a used trailer with interstate batteries inside of it, make sure it's listed on your paperwork that they are interstate batteries, and if so, and if you have a problem with them, you can still take them in and get them replaced at like free of charge. Unfortunately, our paperwork did not list that they were interstate batteries, so they were unable to help us, but they are less than a year old and they could have been warranted had we had some kind of proof.
Max Air fan. We had the Fantastic fan last time, and there were some things that we did and did not like about it. We also had the vent covers for all of the vents in Windy. I don't know if I'll go with the vent covers this time. It really made the inside kind of dark. They were nice because of the rain, you know, so you could have the vents open during the rain. So maybe we will. I don't know. I think I'm going to hold off on it at first. Oh yeah, a bigger gas tank for Ruby. Right now she's 30 gallons, I think, which is brutal to fill up. It was $106 from empty the other day as
160, right?
Oh yeah, it was $160.
Yeah.
With the current gas prices, hopefully those will go down, but that will not deter me from continuing to travel. It's just, yeah, but I'd love to put like a 60-gallon tank in it so that I would only have to fill up when Kristen fills up, because her little 4-banger gets fantastic gas mileage. All right, now we're starting to get to like the dreams stuff here. I would love to put the independent suspension on these things, get rid of the axles, put disc brakes on it. And I'm trying to convince Krista this, you guys. With the combo and the red and everything, which I'm actually starting to come to love. If you didn't know, I wasn't a huge fan of the red on the truck in the beginning, but when she's paired up with this thing, it's so choice.
It's
so choice.
I would like a wheel and tire package that matches the trailer. I think that would look really cool. But again, that's kind of dreaming stuff. I'm not sure what chugging is still. I know people ask and say that this thing chugs a little bit, and it does. I can hear it a little, or it kind of moves us around a little bit. I know that MoRide makes a product that goes on to replace the current Kingpin, so we might look into that. And yeah, that's about it for now.
Except for this beauty behind us.
Oh yes, she who must not be named.
She who must not be named.
Apparently.
Okay, the thing is that names are really important to me, and they have to be meaningful, and that has made it really difficult because I haven't come up with a good name for the Jeep yet, so it's just the Jeep right now. We want some upgrades for it, and we had plans prior to all of this house buying and toy hauler buying and all that jazz. So it's been put on the back burner, but maybe next contract.
Or maybe at the end of this one, if I get really lucky. We'll see. I'm making good money, but I'm also bleeding it out.
Yes, we are not saving anything currently.
Well, we are maybe a little bit, but not much.
Kind of, but it is funny because it is a week-to-week basis. Like, we'll buy stuff week to week, so we're not putting things on a credit card.
Yep. And we're still doing our absolute best to bring you guys content. I know that we would love to be out and playing around in Sedona too, but this is how life goes.
Yeah.
It is real talk, real life here.
Yeah.
And yep, like I said, we hope to come back to this video later in the future and see all the upgrades, and you'll be there with us.
Yeah, for sure. All right, well, that's it for today. Tune in on Tuesday for Real Talk Tuesday. We're doing a blooper reel. We haven't done one of those in a long time, so
There's
it
always
should be
plenty
a
of
good
those.
time. All right, well, we'll see you out there.